because I'm having fun while I play it. You know, it doesn't drag on, and you also don't need to play as many matches in Zoids as you would in Axie. Axie is like you gotta play all your energy if you want to be staying competitive. I think mainly last season I was, I would still try to push for all of my quests done, but mainly it was just, did I get my 3 victories today? Did I get my 3 victories? Okay, cool. I don't need to stress that much for the rest of the day. And I finished last season around, I think it was 64, top 64. So top 100 in my
Ooh.
first season of Zoids. I'm pretty proud of myself.
He was out there, bro. And it wasn't, yeah, like the Discord was a factor. I went into the Discord early on and it was active, bro. There's players in there, and to finish it that high in the first season, Ryan, you've got a decent brain on top of those shoulders. So that's good to hear. But the fact that, it has this loop, and this was something that we discussed last evening in a different space. Um, it was actually Axie Squad Run, who's his West Coast, and it's really early there right now, so I don't expect him to be here. But he was mentioning how you can literally have the experience in Zoids, like without having to really integrate at all with the blockchain, which is a huge bonus. I don't think there is, there are experiences like that. Like with Axies, you can play totally free. You don't have to own the Axies themselves. You can use the starter Axies, etc. But Zoids has like a total experience where you could literally just use your credit card, and so the ability to collect players and broaden the player base from that perspective is something really cool to have here on Ronin as well. And then the discovery of, oh wait, all these packs that I've been purchasing to just play this game because I like it is actually worth something, and I could actually trade that on Mavis Market, and then they figure it out, and welcome to Ronin at that point. So a lot of bullish factors around the game itself and Zoids and the loop that's being created. I know there's something going on though. Vigo, I think you know what questions are on my mind. After seeing some things on the old X yesterday. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I'm such a bastard, bro. I'm diving straight in with this question. I'm sorry, I can't avoid it. It's been on my mind since yesterday. It's getting asked. I'm sharing the tweet, and Vigo, hopefully you can see this tweet. I'm not even gonna ask the question. I just look at the shared tweet and we will continue from there. What do we think? What do we think?
Wait,
Dreams
wait, wait.
come true.
Which? Oh, that part. I
That part.
I guess that's about a creator, correct? Um, the drawings that a creator drew the Axie X Zoid, correct?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I wasn't able to see your post, but I seen that post today, and then I just recalled the actual message. So
Ah.
to tell you, there's two interesting thing going on. Number one is obviously the title itself speaks for itself. So Moku X Zoid, which will be starting tomorrow. So people who do not like to purchase a pack to begin, then it's a good time to start with the Moku campaign where they can just hop on and complete the quest, and
Oh,
then
that's
they
huge.
do the gacha and then get the cards as a reward. So people, I guess this is the time for your Christmas week. Spend your time in Zoid and then accrue the metal, which is the in-game currency. And then we are really working hard to connect this exchange function where this metal can be swapped into the egg or WAG.
Hmm.
But we're experiencing some difficulties with the Ronin bridge. So only thing we're left to do with is just connect the bridge and then move the assets from the ETH mainnet to the Ronin mainnet. So that's the only thing we are left to do. And then we are pushing as hard as we can to deliver this page within this month. So people who earn the medal, they can swap that into the on-chain asset. So that's
Hmm.
number one. And then the second part, as Gila mentioned, we are speaking to some of the really, really, let's say, talented creators in Ronin space, and we are trying to come up with this let's say the art bounty or the creator bounty, where a artist can hop on creating a Zoe drawings where they can earn some potential reward. But I do not want to disclose too much
Yeah.
at this moment, because we haven't actually posted anything. It's just a single picture. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stop here. If I don't stop, I'm just gonna
Let's keep
tell
Vigo safe. We want to keep him in a job. We don't want him going anywhere. We fucking love Vigo, right? But ultimately, you know, with degenerates, bro, we were out here. I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm seeing stuff like Zoids X Axie, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good about that one. But no, appreciate you breaking that all down. Of course, we realized Ag was in our Ronin wallets the other day. There was no interaction with the token itself, and of course, there's some clarity on the processes that are happening right now. So eventually, so Ag represents ultimately the and again, we've gone through this on the last Twitter space. So I keep calling it Twitter, bro. X. It's such a don't you find that such a frustrating part of life? Actually, like, I just want to take a moment to pause and address that. Isn't it such a frustrating part of life where you're still having conversations? One time you'll call it Twitter, the other time you'll remember that it's called X, and then like you'll say post or like retweet. Yeah, it's fucking get it together. Anyway, the thing is, Ag itself is Act Games token, right? So there will be in-game tokens within individual game economies, and of course, Act Game represents other games as well than just Zoids. At the moment on Ronin, there is Zoids available to play, but Ag is gonna be a point in which you convert those individual gaming economies tokens into Ag to put it on chain. That's the not on chain, that's the wrong wording for it, but all of these currencies will be able to go into Ag, and then Ag can go onto Katana and then interact with the rest of the Ronin ecosystem. Am I correct on saying that, Vigo? Vigo's probably got the technicals. I know he's probably on a desktop as well, because he was asking me, yo, does desktop work? Yeah. Let me answer. I can't. We got Nix with us. Welcome to the stage. Nix is on vacation, bro, and he's still working. That's what it's about.
Oh, yo, you got Vigo fired.
Yeah, he got sacked on the spot, lads.
done.
Look what we've done, bro. Fuck. No, he's coming back
Your
up.
fault, Gila. Why have you done this?
ACT Games was like, yo, all right, you were taking your mic. Like,
Yeah, he said, "Yo, you go too far, bro." Clicked off his internet with his squad. No, Vigo's back. Vigo is back. Yeah, hopefully we definitely didn't get Vigo fired. Vigo, let's go back to that question. If you didn't,
Can you hear me?
yes.
I accidentally click a refresh button, so I just.
Oh yeah. There's one thing you can't do, but it's really tentative when you're on the desktop with X Spaces. But no, the question ultimately was Ag. It's representing Act Games, right? And games that Act Games will provide will have their own gaming ecosystems, and their tokens will be able to be converted into Ag, and then Ag interacts with the rest of our Ronin ecosystem.
So to give you a slightest adjustment on that part, so AGG it doesn't stand anything, just stand for the AGG itself. So
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
like representing Act Games, and Act Games will be a more or less a game provider to the Ag entity or ecosystem. So Ag is right now connected with the Zoid Wild Arena, which is connected with the metal part, and then we have 4 other puzzle games that been built by Act Games. Number 1 is Agresco. It's on the Netflix. And then there's a Bub's Puzzle Blast. I
Pico
guess
Pop.
all the gamers know the Bubble Bobble. And then there's 2 other games. So these will be also connected with the Ag as well. So we are working on finalizing this integration. So I will disclose the web page, but it might not be fully completed. So just go there and then take a sneak peek of it and what this casual games will look like once it is connected with the Ronin wallet. So all the upcoming titles that's been preparing by the Act Games will be connected with the AGG in some point,
Okay.
and then it might be completed. Connected with the NFT and then the token, and then some games will only be connected with the token reward. So, but most of the part that you mentioned is correct, Gila.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, now it's just that understanding of the, I guess, the cycle, the movement of value ultimately, for some players is key. Like they need to know this stuff and they want to know this stuff. So it's good to get to a clearer standpoint on that. But no, it's exciting times. Obviously, more casual games coming to Ronin is a good thing as well. We understand the gaming, mobile gaming industry or market itself and how huge it is. And these are IPs that are known in some ways in like regions like Southeast Asia, which is it's the biggest market, bro. Like for me, Southeast Asia, that's it, bro. That's the promised land. I'm going there, right? I'm heading out there soon, to get real hands on and to sync up with it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a huge prospect. Zoids itself is already available on Android, correct? And
Correct.
we're going to get the iPhone or the iOS version at some stage. I believe we spoke about that the last time. Any maybe updates, time frame, anything like that?
So Ryan mentioned that gameplay isn't that too long for him, but some people also mention about like the game lengthwise. So our top priority at this moment is number one, the Apple Store, as you mentioned, Gila, and then the second part is how we can effectively satisfy the all the community members, because we are actively monitoring these feedbacks regarding the game length, and then right now some of the lack of a content in terms of the diversity within the cards. We are prepared with the characters, but we wanted to do it right. So these are our top priority, and from my standpoint, is ag. So we introduced ag on the Ronin wallet. So it's time for us to introduce the actual withdrawal page from the mellow to the egg. And then
Okay.
once that is completed open, then we wanted to do it the right thing, provide the liquidity on the, or let's say listing on the CEX, and then also provide the liquidity on the DEX part where it's a Katana. So we are moving on to Web 2 and then Web 3 part. Web 2 part is where the core game content, and then providing a right window opportunity for people to download without getting the scam link. And then the second part is the actual Web 3 part. So I'm going to do my best to push this out within the first quarter of the next year. So, but
Soon.
once I have the more detailed updates, you will be first to know, Gila.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, if I know, that means the whole of all of you lot will know in some way, shape, or form as well. So that's good to hear. Yeah, man. Just it's the fact that you guys already identified that. Even from our last space, there was a lot of things that you brought to the table in terms of we're aware of this. We have these things in mind to try and test out in the future. Showed me that you guys are on the ball, like you are actually paying attention to this stuff. So it's always good to see. I think Ryan, you've been playing the game a lot. So how did that make you kind of feel that feedback from Vigo?
I'm in the side of the boat where I think the length of the games is fine, but even on my side of the boat, hearing that they're working on a bigger variety within the cards themselves, obviously they didn't give us any specifics, so it's all speculation on my part. But to me, that sounds like we could be looking at some major card updates, or maybe even introduction of new cards, and that's all very exciting stuff for me, man. I don't know what to say other than yeah, I'm hype about that.
Bro, honestly, for a card game player, there's literally nothing more exciting than adding more fuel to the fire. Basically, like I'm trying to craft something. I'm trying to min max this deck, and then you give me more cards. It's like it's a beautiful thing. It's the funnest time for me in card games or these strategy PvP games is when it broadens. There's more options.
Yeah.
There's more ways to move around. So
I,
exciting
I
times.
do want to. I want to touch on something that you mentioned too. Is that seamless transition from free to play into Web3? I didn't really pick up on that before, but you're absolutely right. You can't. This game is like you can pick up this game and entirely view it as a Web2 game and not even touch that Web3 aspect until you choose to,
Yeah.
which I think is a great option for a lot of people who aren't maybe super experienced with Web3. And the free to play option is really great. You have that seasonal pass as well that nets you a lot of free cards throughout the season just by playing, and that can give you a better variety of cards, something more to experience more of the game, and then find out whether or not you want to start investing and buying into some of these better cards. And another thing that I'll say is I think the cards in this game hold their value better than a lot of other games that I've seen. Um, which is a very positive note.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, I was out there on Mavis Market, as you may or you may not know, but in Zoids there is the mechanic of poison. Well, hey, yeah, there is. So I got a bit excited and I went and found all of the poisonous cards that were available on the Mavis Market itself, and it's my mission to obviously get these cards upgraded, use the metal to take them to the next stage. I got a few Spadeths out here, and a few of these skill cards as well. They're not all actual mechs or Zoids themselves, which is interesting for me. It's fun for me, right? You find that out. I don't know when it sunsets though. It's season on season. Are we gonna see the same cards still in the meta? Is there a process, Vigo, where like cards could be essentially removed from the meta game, or is it always an intention to keep them in rotation?
At this moment, the season pass of the free cards will be removed every season, and we are trying to provide the user a new experience. Those who are not pay to win players, like so we can try to open up like more window for the free to play users. So as of this moment, we are not changing any meta because we are having the same cards for all the users every season. But as I mentioned, we are trying to come up with the new cards, and then we are looking at one of the most crucial part in TCG is the balance. So we wanted to do the right thing because as we introduce new cards that might break the meta, and then breaking a bit is okay, but too
Yeah.
much will create a problem within the users. So we're looking at the diverse angles when we are trying to come up with the new content and at the same time the new cards as well. So at this moment, because we are running into the year end, I cannot disclose too much, but we are definitely coming up with the new cards. But it's the matter of the time and then timing, and then also the balance part, and then how we are going to effectively introduce these new cards to the users.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool to hear. Yeah, I got time to get my Spadefs out there though, which is something that I'm focusing on. But you mentioned actual Moku. So Moku is putting the quests for Zoids. It's going live tomorrow. You said, is that tomorrow, Southeast Asia tomorrow, which is later today for the West?
So starting time is December 22nd, 1700 Eastern time. And then if we convert that into the UTC, please utilize Google.
10 p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. UTC. So 2200 UTC, 22nd of December. So you got some time to prepare, go and test the game out, get used to it. I'm sure the challenges, they go from basic level, as we've seen in other Moku quests before. They'll go from, maybe it'll just be play one game or I don't know. I don't fucking know. I can't read Moku's mind right now. And Hantao is asleep because it is very early still in the West, like we said. But I'd imagine some of the quests might require some grinding, you could get a step ahead. So yeah, go check it out today. It's still downloadable through the At Games websites or through the Zoids official website right now. The big one that we asked last time, and this is the last one where it's like, I guess this is a burdensome question, but this is the last one, right? I promise you, Mavis Hub, when?
Yes, so I actually read your post about that you posted that the Mavis Hub. So I actually had other priority to cover. So it's my bad because the last time I mentioned to you that I'm gonna put do that part, maybe sub part as soon as possible. And yes, so I'm definitely going to work on that within this week, and then we'll see when would be the expected timeline to actually launch Zoid on the Mavis Hub.
Yeah.
My bad, Gila.
Yeah, I'm, bro. I mean, come on, man. I love you, bro. So don't worry about that. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, the amount of people that will actually get hands on, like, significantly goes up. I like there is just a within this community as well. There's a lot of protective people in terms of protective of their own assets, suspicious of XYZ, and quite literally they just won't play the game, or they won't go through the process of downloading the game until it is in their safe space, so to speak. So it's just, I just wanted to get an update, make sure that it's known, make sure that it is in the priority lists and things like that, and also, you know, just I guess that's it, bottom line, just to push it across, because safe
Fully
space.
understood, Gila. Fully understood.
There we go. So we're gonna get it for you guys, for those that haven't played and those that won't download .exe. I don't know what is it, exe files. I don't know. This is, I'm outside too much, but anyway, it's good to hear. Get the grinding in, because Moku quests are gonna come out, and you already know. You go get them points, get it done. It's good. It's been good to see people get active on Aperon as well so far. So I'm sure it would be nice to see that volume increase on Zoids too.
I wanna hop in and say that if you have been on the fence about Zoids and been like wanting to jump in but just not sure when the right time was, or maybe you were holding off, there are actually 4 events happening right now, all of which can help you get extra cards or extra packs. If you go to their Discord and check out their announcements, you can check out every single one of these four events. Which yeah, like if you've already played a little bit and you've been wanting to get into it more, or you want to check it out now, this is a great opportunity, because you will have this opportunity to earn extra cards if you check out what these event the summary of these events.
Facts. Yeah.
I think they're ending on the 25th, so that's 4 days. That's 4 days to get in on this.
4 days, and 2 of them, 3 of them, 3 of them, 2 and a bit will be with Moku. All right, so get active.
That's true.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, bro. There's a lot of value out here to get for players. You know, these are those times where at some point this will be considered an extreme luxury for you to be able to go and access these types of, I guess, free, you know, value creation. You know, so don't take the piss. Don't sit on your hands and do nothing over the next few days. I know we want to talk about Axie part evolutions, or you need to do your AXP grinds every single day. I get it. Trust me, I get it, because I'm out here grinding as well. But these other gaming experiences are around you right now, and it's an important time to try them. I mean, it's Christmas, bro. I mean, unless you're working, you should have more time right now. So let's see. We'll see if people have more time. The question that I want to get onto next, bro. This one bothers me a lot. It's bothered me for longer than a year, right? 2023 has been this year where I really understood the actual value propositions that Ronin as an ecosystem and a chain presented to not only players but studios like Zoids, or like At Games, sorry, and also just for the industry at large. It feels very much to me. I was in a space last night. Shout out to Degens, and that's not like calling people degenerate. Then brand name is literally Degens, but it's a space that has people outside of the Ronin ecosystem, and they all seemed so surprised to hear about what was happening here on Ronin. My question today, and I think Nick's, you're probably the perfect candidate to come up and speak about this one first, but it's really like how, like, what are we not doing? Like, what is it that we probably, something that we're not doing right now that we could be doing to change that reality?
Yeah. That's a very interesting question because we actually think about that a lot internally. And we are aware that more work needs to be done. We are aware that there's a lot more we can do from content marketing standpoint, from developer marketing standpoint as well, for Ronin itself, right? So if you think about it, for the longest time, when Axie was on the upswing, right, and then the bull market happened 2021. No one was really like focused on Ronin, right? Like no one was really like, oh, this is Ronin, or Ronin was the backbone, right? It wasn't. It was all Axie, right? And then 2022 with everything that happened there, and just the market being really not interesting or disinteresting as a whole. I feel like that was also another like opportunity that was just like, oh, whatever, right? And in 2023 is really when we started hitting our stride, and now it was April when we announced the first like 5 projects building on Ronin, right? That was the first time it actually became a reality, where people were projects, or where companies and game studios are building on Ronin. And then these amazing guys and girls from ACT Games also came into the mix a couple months ago. Wild Forest, and like all these cyber Kongs. So we are just literally, I think, just getting started, right? And it might be hard for us to see that, like, because we've been in Axie for for a long time, right? Like, I mean, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us here in this space. But if you really think about it, we're super early. Like, we are just like have like introduced ourselves to the world, right? So I think it will come in time, but I'm not, that is not a cop out, that is not an excuse. We are aware, and we are going to be working hard and making sure that it is known that Ronin will be king of gaming chains, and we have to do a lot more work there. And it all boils down, I think, to you know time obviously is one factor, but also like continuing bringing quality games and IP on Ronin. And
Mm-hmm.
the more that happens, and the more that happens at scale, the easier it'll be for like people who are randomly doing some random things in Solana or other chains, seeing that interesting thing happening on Ronin, they will be attracted to it, right? It's the same way with Pixel, same way with like how others see something that is attracting or attractive to them. They'll be like, oh, okay, this is cool. Oh, Ronin, right? So that's how people kind of discover things, mostly. And that's how I see it too. But again, that is not an excuse. We will be doing a lot of work in making sure that we are pushing hard, and letting people know about Ronin.
Yeah, most definitely. It's it's something that I realized as well, because that was like one of the first spaces I did externally as to talking about Ronin to other people. So it just now, if Finn listens back to this at some point, or I'll DM him and conversate with him about it. But we need to get in more spaces, because that seemed to be instantaneously effective, in terms of like tracking data, in terms of new wallets being created. It's very hard, because at the moment, there's a lot of activity. If you look at Nansen, which is a trusted place where I go for data on the Ronin network, we actually like we're doing numbers, bro. Like, you go back to the beginning of November, right? literally 1st of November, the unique, like, the amount of active addresses in November was 20,000. There was not, like, people were not active. I don't know, how to coin it. Sentiment might be down, or there might not have been such a buzz as there is now. But 20,000 active addresses on that day, and it records day to day. And you fast forward to today, literally today, or this counts as yesterday, 173,000 active addresses. So the activity is coming back. It's like, that's a huge jump. That's such a huge jump.
For sure. And actually, like, that's a really good point. And I just remembered something, or rather realized something. Um, like, a lot of these, like, spaces, like you mentioned Degen's, like, space, and all these other places were like, oh, what is Ronin? Oh, that's the first time I heard about Ronin. Again, this is not an excuse, but we also have to remember, I think, that a lot of these people are like degens, or
Yeah.
like a hunt for PFP projects, tokens, like, these are not, like, not gaming focused spaces or people as well. And again, that's not an excuse, right? But we also, like, have to look at the room sometimes, and and understand that. But that doesn't mean we don't push hard for it. Like, we all the more we need to educate. But also, like, that's kind of one of the gaps that I'm seeing sometimes when we, like, go to these spaces where, like, oh, they're mostly used on trading, like, meme coins on Solana or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big chance they don't really know Ronin so much.
I said it.
They're,
I
like,
said
kind
it
of,
straight up in that space. I said, "Listen, I don't care who I offend here. Well, I do apologize if you are offended, but, like, the thing is, people who really got, like, fuck ton of money, and I called them market movers, right, or market makers, ultimately. Like, they can afford to have, like, an arrogance in terms of, like, they don't have to be in the weeds. They don't have to get, like, deep and down into diving into experiences and really truly understanding what's here. They don't have to go and experience culture and community in certain niche parts of an industry. So they genuinely would just not have had these experiences. And ultimately, like, until other participants that are similar to them, they ultimately watch the money, really, right? Like, the volume, and volume goes into these other chains that are coining themselves as gaming chains, because they have this broad access for those types of activities. But ultimately, when these types of people learn about the infrastructure of Ronin and how solid that is, and then you take Axie's evolutions into the equation, the economical loop, and how it's full circled, it's actually something for those types of people to get really excited about. But they won't unless you kind of go out and find them and talk to them in those spaces. It's hard to make someone who doesn't give a shit about video games care about an actual gaming blockchain, right? That's just the reality of it. And within the industry that is blockchain technology at the moment, it largely is financial facilitations, right? So that's another factor that I keep at the front of my mind.
right,
One of the
right.
things, if I can
Okay,
jump in
go
real
ahead.
quick, one of the
Yeah, go
things is that everybody is different and everybody finds value in different ways. And I think there's going to be a small piece of Ronin that attracts every person independently, right? And one of the things that I'm excited about, which I think we touched on very briefly, but not really that much, is the Act Games Agretsuko game. Like, that's not something that really excites me, Gila. I'm sure you don't really know what Agretsuko is, but my wife loves Agretsuko, and I know a lot of people who love Agretsuko. And I think that game, as meaningless as it is to a lot of us here, is actually huge. That's not a huge IP. That is a massive IP, and I think that's going to attract a lot of eyes. Just seeing these IPs that we recognize on Ronin is going to give it another sense of legitimacy.
dude,
100%.
dude. So, like, great minds think alike. So that was what I was gonna say as well. Here's the craziest thing, actually. like I've been I tweeted this like I think a few days ago, and then I think Gila, you were like, "Oh, what is this?" Like I know like sometimes you try to decode some of my tweets. Ever since I said that like in one of the Ronin radio episodes that everything I do is is calculated, right? Um, I said like if you guys can only see the Ronin games that I'm playing right now on my phone, right? So I was talking about ACT games, fellas. Like I was talking about like the four games that are coming out. Actually they are already playable, like to be honest, right? Like Vigo, like I didn't like maybe you wanna jump in later and talk about that, but like I literally have been playing them and they are fun games. And this is actually what I loved about what Ryan said and I was thinking about earlier. Dude, this is the power of casual gaming
Yeah.
is actually what pumps the number or the volume up when people say, "Oh, there are 4 billion gamers or 3 billion gamers." Like, come here, like, bro, like, literally, like, let's be real. Like, not everyone's like a hardcore gamer, but they are classified as a gamer because they play casual games, right? Like the
Mhm.
Candy Crushes of the world. So imagine the crazy thing that'll happen here is once these games are fully out and like on Ronin and we're pushing the living hell out of them. Um, it that is when a normal person becomes maybe slightly interested or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, I'm on the train. I'm gonna play this game,
Mhm.
right? A Gretsuko if they like that IP, right? And there are other IPs that are like popular from like the like iconic IPs from 90s actually like the Peko one,
Yeah.
which is a
Echo Puck.
popular candy,
And then Bubble
is
Bubble.
right, and then Bubba is actually like a toy that I had and when I was a kid, to be honest. So like that green
Mad.
thing, like so these games are fun and familiar, and I'm very bullish on them, and I hope like once we're fully blasting them out, like the community give them like give these games a chance and share it with your family, your loved ones.
Yeah.
Maybe your mom will be the top player here, or your wife, right? Like go
But that
for
no,
it,
that's
right? And
it's like it's massive for onboarding numbers as well, because like that then gives the reason for. So my family, they all have Ronin wallets, right? And obviously they don't access them. They have no reason to look at their Ronin wallet or to have it on their phone themselves or anything like that. Um,
dude,
but if they were playing these
your
casual games, my dad plays casual games all the time when he's just sitting chilling, and I'm like, I
your
need to
mom
get you on Ronin, bro.
Your mom will be the a top three player in Agretsuko. I'm calling it.
Yo, shout out to Gila's mum, bro. She's gonna go crazy. I'm looking at
Calling it.
Gretsuko now. It's the first time I've seen it personally myself. And yeah, I could tell, man. I
And
could just
guys,
tell
I
that
just
these
want to give a
IPs.
shout out as well to Vigo. Like I'm gonna juice. I'm gonna keep juicing you up, bro. Uh, shout out to the Agretsuko game. Like it's actually very well designed and it's crazy. So I'm just gonna spoil it. Like when you play the game, you actually obviously you will get rewarded, right? With these tokens, but also you get rewarded by new episodes. So it's almost like as if it's a series. You unlock, you get to a certain stage and then you unlock new episodes and then you watch the episodes. Like
I'm watching it
you're
right now. I'm
literally
watching the
playing
trailer right
and
now.
watching an anime, like literally in the same world, and you're earning tokens. Like who has ever done that before? No one.
Yeah.
ACT games. So like you guys don't sleep don't sleep on.
I think they are
Uh,
being slept right now. Like it's hugely slept right now. I
it
can
is.
genuinely say that. Like people are not talking about the ACT Games partnership as much as really that it deserves to be spoken about. That is a fact.
Yeah. So it's a very genius execution. On the Agritsuko in particular because like you're combining gaming, casual gaming, content, entertainment, and Web3 opportunities. And to be honest, like I've never seen that done ever. So that is, I think, one narrative that maybe us, as Ronin ambassadors, as creators, community members, can help push out once once the campaign's going on. I think that's a really powerful narrative. In particular, very in particular, the Agretsuko one, because of the anime and the episodes that you unlock component.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I'm watching all of these right now. I'm live on Twitch at the same time because we now take VODs from the Ronin Radio episodes, so we can make some content afterwards as well. So we were watching through Act Games game trailers just then. I was looking at Agretsuko, Peko Pop, and also Mog, and bro, yeah, you could tell.
Yo, bro,
like they don't need the explaining. People are gonna just have fun playing these casual games.
Let me just because Vigo's too nice to correct you. Let's let's refer to them correctly. It's ACT Games, not Act.
I can't say Act. All right, Act is out the fucking window. If you get caught saying Act, I'm coming for you. ACT Games. All right, that's it. It's set in stone now. Thank you, Nick. Vigo, be a bit more of an asshole to me. It's okay, because it's a safe space. We all love each other here.
When I first joined the studio, I also called Act at first, so no worries on that part. But yes, as Nick's mentioned, one of the key forte that ACT Games as a studio has is that we are working with like a top character brands in Japan, where they've been really popular during our childhood areas. So Agresco is actually the character brands that's been offspring from the Sanrio. So Sanrio owns the Hello Kitty. So they are the biggest, let's say, one of the biggest IP licensor in the world. So you can find the Agresco animation on the Netflix. So once they actually launched on the Netflix, we launched our games, and then so that's how we work with our character brands. So we are trying to make a synergy with these brands, and then not trying to hinder their brand image. So yes, so we're working with the various familiar character brands, and with our reference, we're trying to get more exciting character brands and then integrate into the game experience. So if you like to see your favorite childhood character brands into the gaming world, then just shout out to me, and then I will try to figure out if we can fetch that brands and then turn that into the exciting gaming experience.
Oh, let's go. So yeah, man. Is it just like?
But we
Go
have to
ahead.
do our homeworks first. So don't try to just give me like, oh, can you build this character brand with the games? But yes, all the suggestion we are going to monitor it and then do what we can do from our.
Is there an official place for these suggestions to stream into?
Not at this moment, but I guess through this radio, I guess people can speak or they can post it, and then I constantly monitor all the posts. So that's the one way. And then I forgot to mention the secret code for the Moku. Gila, is this the right timing for telling the
53 minutes in? Yeah, I guess we could do it right now. I like to. The thing is, because we always do a code, right? And there's always a handful is an understatement. There's plenty people that come back to the space itself and say, when was the code said? Because I get it. You don't want to listen to 2 hours worth of a beautiful Ronin radio.
You can say it at the end of this podcast.
And bro, I'm not even about that, bro. If people want to listen to the whole thing, they want to listen to the whole thing. It tells me that authentically, this is good content to consume. I don't feel like it's valuable to leave it till the end because it's going to make someone listen, and really they're just going to skip to the end and find it. So it is the right time right now. Reveal the Moku code for the family out there.
Shall I do the honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's AGG.
They could have guessed it. But no, it's good. A nice simple one, and actually I confirmed this with Hanto. I actually knew it. Right, revealed. Woo! But yeah, because the last one was like Dudaria, and people were like, "How the fuck I spell that, bro? What do I do?" And we did spell it out in the space and stuff like that, but there were still mistakes, and I had to explain it to a couple of people. So there you go, a nice simple one. You know what it is now. You can't reveal it until tomorrow. So keep it in mind. AGG. when you finish a good game, you'll go, hey, GG. That's how you remember. All right. Let's move it forward, bro. Big shout out to ACT Games. I remembered. Yeah, something that I'm even more so excited about now. Before I was, and it was really the conversation about like, oh, ACT Games, they're going to like partner with IPs like Hello Kitty. Bullish. Fucking send it to the moon, right? But actually understanding, what's happening, having a bit more hands-on, looking at the games that you guys are providing, the experiences that you're providing, and then really understanding the capture from that is huge. So I hope you guys that are listening really understand the gravity of this partnership. Shout out to wait, who was in charge of this one? Can we ask Finn, Nix? Can we ask? Was this a Kathleen special?
What? Which one?
What?
The ACT Games. Like, how did this come about? Was it Kathleen out here cosgodding?
No, let Vigo maybe I don't know if we can get into like super details, but Vigo, if you want to like share how how it all went down, or a brief kind of explanation on how we partnered.
Oh, you mean like how we signed the partnership, Nick?
yeah, like go.
How conversations start, or like how did it become an idea and then a reality?
I guess it's more or less a introduction from the peer-to-peer. So I'm not sure how we can say how it started, but yes. So basically, the good friend of mine introduced the good friend of Axie, and then let's say we started the courting process.
Community. Let's just say that. Community.
Community.
That's how it happened. Building relationships, good shit happens. All right. But no, again, I will just reiterate, but huge partnership. And I think you guys can take that under your belts and go and talk about it as well.
But let me pat my back a little bit here though. Like,
I'll pat it for you, bro.
I was one of the most bullish. I was like, every
yes.
conversation with like mentioning ACT and Zoids, I was like, yo, we need them here. Like, this needs to happen. And yeah, just but yeah, Kathleen's here, so maybe she has some stories.
Oh, yeah.
That statement is absolutely correct.
Pull it up. Now, Kathleen, if you are willing and would like to come up and speak, we'd love to have you. Finn, we didn't get to say hello. Good morning, GM. How you doing today?
Good morning. You know what? I'm a little sick, but we're getting through
that's
it.
the lack of sleep, 100%.
Yeah, I haven't been sleeping for weeks now, so it's a lot of shipping, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of late nights. But I'm okay. I'm okay today.
Hey, yo,
Get well soon, man.
Yeah, get well soon. Get them remedies in, bro. You ever put a ginger root, a lemon, fair honey, and just a little shavings of like a garlic clove, and then hot water.
I've got my remedies. I got the home remedies ready to go. Yeah, I mean the good thing is I'm not, I'm staying home for the holidays, so don't have to travel, nothing like that. So I get to kind of just like curl up on the couch now and
rest.
yeah, and just watch some TV. That's and good, yeah, how you doing today?
I am, bro, fucking bullish. Yeah, I'm bullish every day, bro. We had a good space last night, right? It was
so fun, dude. I love that one. That was a really good space. It was fun to like jump on with new people and like live.
We need to do more,
people.
Finn.
I know.
We need to do more.
I think I've given out like 25 or 30 Axies so far. I think the plan is to try and give out more. So it was cool. We're gonna try and jump in spaces and do that a lot more. People really liked it.
You let me know. I'm about, bro.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot more conversations externally as well. I'm bringing people into our spaces like this. They can come chat with us. Person that we love having to come chat with us. Cause God herself, Kathleen. It's been a while. It's good to have you here, man. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I've been MIA from these spaces. I actually listen in on my other account, so I don't get pulled up to talk. So I've been listening in, but I think you guys always know when I'm gone. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah. We hate to see you leave, but we love to watch you go because we know what it means when you come back. Yeah, no facts.
That laser focus. I mean, Nix and Finn know what's up. We're going into the holiday just with it's amazingly brutal right now in terms of the deals that we're working on. I had big shout out to Finn. I had him on a playtest call yesterday, and the founder messaged me. It was like, "Yo, your team is so rad." It's just coming
Nice.
in, giving some
I had to prove myself. I couldn't weasel my way into a call and sit there quietly. But it's with a team that I love, so it was a cool call.
Yeah, I think you guys will be just so hyped for 2024. We have great teams now, and it just they keep piling on. It's really incredible, and I'm glad that everyone is liking the Zoids team and Act Games. The Zoids teams, they actually came into the office when we were in Vietnam and had some great discussions, and they dropped off their their physical caricature things, and everyone was very hype about it. There's a lot of nostalgia going on there, and they're really
the
willing
art is phenomenal.
Innovate and get into Web3. And I think now that's what we're really looking for in teams is like, are you willing to go there with us and do something that hasn't been done and like push the envelope when it comes to Web3 and allowing users to accrue value? And we have it on the table right now. It's going to be a very exciting 2024.
Yeah, 100%. People have always been talking about at the back end of this year how Web3 gaming, it's the narrative. It's what's gonna bring all the attention back. It's where the volume's gonna be at. And it seems, these experiences sustainably as well as like a really important factor. The sustainability of these experiences is all gonna be turning towards one direction, and that is Ronin. And I used to be like, I don't know about maximalism. I guess competition makes sense and stuff like that. But now, forget it. Ronin is dominating. I'm sorry, I can't even tell you lot, but like, yo,
Gila, we talked about this yesterday. Gio's put out the tweet, right? Like, the narrative right now is optimizing for these like low cost, high efficiency chains, right? Like Solana. The beauty is people want to be on ETH, right? Like people want to be on Ethereum. Solana always will have sort of a weird perception. Trust me, I'm a Solana maxi, but it will always have a weird perception. And ETH is always going to want to be the dominating chain. But that means you need to have EVM and L2 chains that are just going to solve for the issues. And Ronin is that. And that's the narrative that like we want to push is like, you want to build on ETH. You do. And you want to be able to build on Ronin because it's going to be the best version of that possible.
Yeah.
And people are realizing it. They're learning. They're learning slowly but surely.
Slowly and miserably through failed transactions and wasted gas fees,
and wasted gas, and then they look on our website and the minimum cost for a transaction is 0.00069 cents, and they go, "Ooh, that sounds kind of nice."
Yeah, and there's a lot of room and headroom for that to move upwards as well. So it's crazy. One of the things that we did have though, as an announcement earlier today, was Chainstack, partnership with Chainstack. That one's cool. I'll be honest. This is the first time I saw Chainstack was today. So I went in and checked out the website. We're looking at it now on the stream as well. Nice though, right? It's a good place to be, and being supported on there. Anyone have any takes on it? If not, we go, because like that's a really technical one. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are degen gamers, and the blockchain technical stuff is like separate, But if anyone's got any takes on it,
it's separate, but it's really important. I'll just, the one comment I'll make there is that some announcements, even if you don't necessarily understand them, are really important for the ecosystem and are really important for the teams that come over to build on Ronin. So you might see an announcement like this and go, well, I don't really know what that is. And that's totally okay. But the team that knows what that is and the people that know what that is, it's really important to them. And those are the builders. Those are the people who are building, dApps and protocols and things like that on Ronin. So they're big wins for us as an ecosystem because they help the next team build the next amazing product.
Amazing.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Like,
exactly what we
I
need to
just noticed the caption as well. Like, it literally says "Attention developers." So right, like
Mhm.
this news are for developers or for builders, out there, whether they're on Ronin or not. Like, this is like a call out for them, right? And earlier, Gila asked, like, "Yo, what can we do like to make Ronin even more attractive and let it be known to other people?" Like, this is one aspect of it, right? But this is for like your target audience for this partnership is the developers, the builders, right? So, but this is one way to do that and get the word out. Them seeing things like this happening is good for Ronin.
Yeah. Our tools affect, or they dictate who we bring in. Our community and our ability to grow games is of course important, but we want to continuously improve our tooling, and that'll attract some of the best developers out there. And I think we talked about the comparison between us and Solana earlier. Solana is they've already proven that they just expand into all these different areas. Like, they just want total domination. We want that in gaming. And I think by focusing on gaming first and then expanding that outwards, like really crushing one vertical first, then expanding it, that's our play. And I think that's how we plan to achieve domination, and that's what's going to attract developers to us, because they see that we are hyper focused on gaming and giving their users the best experience possible. And that's by having some partnerships such as with ChainStack, as well as continuously improving all of our infrastructure.
Yeah, 100%. This is something that is commonly spoken of. Like, I just think it's the approach, it's the sophisticated understanding of like what is the mission here. And I think because we know the mission, and like Sky Mavis knows the mission, it is actually to bring the freedom of economy to everybody, but starting with the gamers, and it gives you that
Yep.
ability to spearhead in one direction first and foremost. It like if you want to relate it to gaming, right? It's like knowing, if you know that you are capable, right, of having multiple attributes, right, but the grinding process of raising all of those attributes is easier if you focused on attack, right, instead of every single day trying to do a bit of all of the other activities, and you just found the best grinding method for attack. Then what eventually would be most optimal in terms of time and making it happen would be focusing in on the attack grinding method until attack is maxed, and then we go and find the more optimal method for defense, and then the more optimal method for special attack. And I'm going down Pokemon routes, but that is ultimately what I'm seeing at Ronin, is that we understand the mission at large, but we understand that this is where we're focusing in right now, and it's total domination. So shout out to you lot. In terms of transactions, bro, if you look at this chart that Axie all posted, transactions on Ethereum versus transactions on Ronin, when what Jiho said, Ronin will actually be the reason that ETH is going to do numbers. And we said this last night, Finn, right? If you go look at the data, it's actually largely the reason why Ethereum's still been up there. Like, the amount of transactions that we bring is phenomenal. We're looking at recently around 7 million transactions, right, as opposed to ETH's average 1 million on a day-to-day basis. Like, it is. I don't think we fathom the information as much as we need to within this community. So, and these are just talking points. I'm trying to put across these statements in which you can use, you can carry in, you can have in conversations with people, because now it is, for me, it's absolute phase onboarding. Part evolutions is here. We completed the motherfucking cycle. Our beloved IP is in position to do the damn thing. So it is mission onboarding right now. Whether you're a community member, a player, whatever, when you're having these conversations, you have to arm yourself with these points of reference. So take these on, and I'm going to share these, so you guys can take them and bookmark the tweets, bro. Like, so you have receipts. I don't fit anything in my head. you will tell me your name and I will forget it in 30 seconds sometimes. My brain don't really work that well. So I got bookmarks. If it helps you, it helps you. It is something that I do to help myself as well. But mission onboarding has begun. Here's one for you though. How do we feel about this one right here? Just shared into the space. The Exodia of King of the Gaming Chains. Bro, you lot as a community.
We were in Slack. This was everyone's favorite. This was everyone's favorite by far.
Oh, it is so funny. The Slack's been going crazy though. Let's address it. We're gonna move now full part evolutions, but because I want to talk about it. You know what it is. But Masamune, bro, I fought with Masamune. I want a combo with him. And one day we gonna get Masamune on here. He was listening in on Tuesday, which I almost shed a damn tear. But he was in the listeners. But it seems to be Pos2 made a post earlier today. I mean, you guys can give us a story. You're in the Slack, I guess, if you see it. I don't know how much you want to press on the actual story itself, but it's very interesting to see that this the team itself are fans of the IP and also want to be holders of the assets like Mystic Axie's himself. And then Masamune has the humor to kind of troll people and say, bro, your Axie's not that cool. But this is the culture, you know what I mean? Like perceptional views on Axies themselves. Like you can find an Axie amazing and someone else can find it trash. I want to ask this question though. Phin, Nix, Kathleen, Ryan, Vigo, if you've seen it, are you a fan of Goda?
Yo, what kind of question is that, man? Look. I wanna reiterate what Jiho said live on stream.
Are you a
By
fan of
reiterating
Goda,
what
bro?
Masamune said in his blog is that not every Axie can look beautiful, because if every Axie looks beautiful, then none of them do. It's the classic syndrome conundrum from Incredibles. Remember, if everybody's super, then nobody is. So you have to have a Goda in order to make the cute bunny look more fierce, right? Something along those lines.
Ryan, high key, you actually sounded like you could voice act the teenager in the first Incredibles then when you said that shit. Like, yes, voice
I'm your
acting.
biggest fan, Mr. Incredible.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. Did you do that? Are we finding out right now? That actually fucking sounded on point.
Ties to Hollywood. Who knows?
What did he call himself again? Fuck. I can't remember. Bro put jetpacks on his shoes anyway. Shout out to him. But ultimately, you are right. But you need ugly things, I guess, to make other things beautiful. But I'm gonna be controversial, bro. I don't think it's that bad.
It's not ugly. It's not. I don't think it's ugly. I actually saw a really good Axie that looks almost exactly like Psyduck because of the Goda mouth. And
sorry, can you send
so
me
cool.
that ID? I'm gonna go make an offer.
Can we get it?
Hey, no, wait, Ryan. Whoa, Ryan. Whoa.
I don't want to buy it. I just want to
bidding wars.
I just want to see the thing. I just want proof in the pudding.
I'm gonna try to look for it. It was in the comments because he was sad, and I was like, "Yo, this actually looks really cool. This looks like Psyduck." So if I can't find it, like you could actually look in Kendama and look for Goda, and then look for a yellow beast, right? And then like try to figure out the rest of the parts. So it actually looks good on a yellow Axie, to be honest. And yeah, like to hammer down on that point, like maybe it doesn't look good now, but like read very carefully when Masamune speaks. Like he doesn't always speak, but when he does, like absorb every freaking letter, like every single letter word is important, right? He said that, yeah, maybe it's not good now, but like maybe these are the best ones eventually, right? So like if I were you, like I would hang on to those words, right? Like freaking Magikarp became Gyarados, right? So like
true.
Also, everyone's talking about these right now. Like this is what has not the most hype, but this is what has the most attention. And I think as an artist, it's not always about making everything beautiful. It's about evoking emotion and having and influencing a conversation around things. And that's what Masa has done with these. So I actually think these are probably the coolest parts to have on an Axie. Ziori called me out because I said this to him on his post. He's like, "You don't have a high value Axie." I'm like, "Okay, I'm in the marketplace right now. Like, you're lighting a fire under me." Now I kind of want one with this part. So
I know. I had the same thing. I had a few people like complaining that I didn't have enough cool Axies, so I had to start hunting down some cool Axies to remind people a minute. But I've got my Gengar now, and it's on the road to level 60.
I
To
want
jump back,
the parts that people think are the ugliest because I think that's the coolest.
I kind of agree. Like, I've been having fun throwing Axies that I don't normally look at in my inventory into Kendama, and then suddenly falling in love with them again.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they might be the ones that I scroll past, right? Like, they might be the ones that I just swept off the floor to sweep off the floor.
Yeah, you never know.
But then, right now it's like, well, wait a second, right? Like, maybe that is a cool part, right? Like, maybe it is worth actually trying to like throw this Axie into Project T and train it up and feed it some cocoa. Or sorry, what did you call it last night?
Okay, yo, this is real. I've been calling what are they actually called? Wait, Coco Chocos?
Coco Choco.
So I've been calling Coco Choco Coco.
That's what no,
it wasn't. It was Chococo.
No,
it was just Chococo. It was just Chococo. I swear on my life, I don't know why. I don't know, like, it's probably the sleep, being deprived of it. Like, I genuinely thought it was Chococo's. Like, I don't know, bro. I was going on this whole speech, right? And I was full sending. I was going down this road and everyone pulled me up and I was like, bro, what's the problem? It's like, what did you just call it? I thought they were called Chococos. No,
Yo.
I'm messed up now, but they're Cocos.
Gila, I found the Psyduck. How do we flash it? Like, what's the best way? He didn't give an Axie ID, but like I can link you his tweet.
Link the tweet.
Where do I send it? Like on Discord or here?
Discord, yeah. Discord's fine.
Okay.
We gonna find it. Well, I just shared one in the space anyway. I went to the Axie marketplace. I used my head for a second, thought about parts that might make it look a bit like a Psyduck.
I sent you the thing.
We're gonna see if this one's even closer. All right, the stream can see it. Okay. Oh, with the sleeveless. Oh, all right. Yeah. Kind of Psyducky.
Could be, right? Like, I mean, it's not exactly it, but like, you see the aesthetic value here.
Right. So all I'm gonna say is reptiles are the most beautiful creatures in Lunasia. So what do you want to tell me?
Word. Oh, do you love the Gila tail, by the way? I was teasing you, right? Like, all the way to the lead up.
The reason why I love it, I can see the future. That's why. I think, does it look fantastic right now? Am I absolutely blown away by a Gila tail? No, I'm not. But from what we get to see into stage 2, like, I'ma just be real. I think stage 3 is where it's at. Right. So I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be grateful. And I'm gonna definitely upgrade my Gila tails, because we heard in the town hall yesterday that when you look at part evolutions, what they are going to do and what's been planned for them to do in the game, and this is not like final, of course, we're waiting for the patch notes and then obviously season 7 itself when it arrives, but things like green thorns, right, poison cards are planned to have those streamline effects where they will do more poison if they're evolved. Whether it breaks the game, we don't know yet. So it's going to be fucking fun. But if I hear that poison cards are doing more poison, I start thinking that Gila is going to be more ferocious whilst doing that poison across another team. So I'm excited for the card itself and for the part evolving. Stage 3 looks like somewhere I'm going to want to be, right? I'm going to want to get most of my Axies down that road. So But it's interesting, man. It's really hard to decide, okay, wait, this is the Axie I actually want to focus my time and attention to. It's really, really fucking hard. And having a larger inventory now is like I don't know if I can even love you. Like, I'm looking at my Axies. Bro, this is so sad. I'm shedding tears in that because I'm looking at my Axies and I'm like, I don't even know if I can give you the love you need. And that is sad.
That's so
Real
Why
as
just,
fuck.
like, wait. Just like do what I do. The Axies that I love but don't want to look at live in Project T, and they work in the dojo and they farm. And then the Axies that I love and want to look at come with me into Origins.
I mean, yeah.
And then the rest I just like feed Kogo to, and then I don't have to look at them. I don't have to think about them. I just go like, you know what? It's like I'm like I'm like a sugar daddy to them. I just kind of feed them gifts and then walk away.
You're just working them as slaves. Like,
Well,
This is what I'm saying, bro. You sound like Team Rocket out here, bro. This is what I mean. I'm so sorry.
Gamer. No. You know what? I have to. There's a disconnect of emotional attachment and progression in game, and I'm trying to be as diligent as I can about maximizing the AXP output. I mean, like Zio put out the guide. You can farm now, like I think like almost 12,000 AXP a day. If you do everything perfectly. I don't have the time to do that, right? Like I can't sit there and farm 12,000 AXP a day, but I can farm 2,000 a day.
Yeah. And then the Coco's for another 3.
Coco makes up for what, another 2,000 to 3,000 depending on the level.
It's not cheap, bro. Like I mean, it is kind of cheap, but it's not like it's not sustainable. I ain't trying to spend that every single day. With slips, like being candid, I with DJ, shout out to the Coco for giving me this mystic. But with DJ, I get decent amount of slips, but like you think you balling with just having a mystic, lads and ladies. It's not a stroll in the park. Like I'm really looking at part evolutions, the time it's going to take to get far down the road in terms of high level towards max level. This shit is not going to be easy, bro. This is truly going to show your dedication to the games of Axie Infinity. Not a single game, but how involved in Axie are you is literally going to be shown by your inventory, bro, by your Axies and how they, grow and evolve. So there's so much hanging on the line when it comes to part evolutions now in terms of even like a reputation front. I don't know if Ryan, someone that absolutely loves the ID for sure. Have you been like planning out how this journey is going to go for you and a specific Axie? Do you have like a team of Axies that you plan to invest time into? What's been your approach?
So it's so curious, man. So like as soon as the evolution released, I evolved one of my Axies. I evolved Hero. I got the Super Saiyan. I did it for the culture. I did the instant upgrade, so I didn't have to wait at all. But as for the rest of them, like it really depends on what your goals are. Is your goal to play competitively? Because if that is the goal and you're upgrading to get the best cards possible, then a lot of people are going to want to wait until they see what that update is in Origins. They're going to want to wait till they see what the utility of these cards are, and that way they can theory craft and get the best options for themselves. If your goal is just to get the coolest, most badass Axie, I've definitely got a few of those Axies that I don't care about playing with, but I've seen what they look like fully upgraded, and they are some of the coolest Axies I've ever seen. So of course I've got to upgrade them. Those I don't think I can even put that on a timeline. That's just only going to stress me out. I'm gonna level them up as I go. It'll be a constant journey. It may take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but when I finally get that Axie, that moment's going to be huge. You better believe I'll be doing streams to hype it up and everything.
Yeah.
It's and then on the last point I want to make is on collector Axies, because collector Axies, there's only a finite amount, and whether it's a summer Axie, a Christmas Axie, a Mystic Axie, the amount that there are now, or maybe I guess with Origins and Mystics, there might be a few more according to the AOC tokens. If that's, I think that's the right term. Anyway, that's a finite number, which means as people start to upgrade these collector Axies, there will soon be less and less collector Axies that have not been upgraded at all. Which I think means if you wait long enough, it could be
The
that
value could be
your
restored.
Axie with 0 upgrades is the most rare and unique looking Axie there is.
Someone has to keep like a full-on Origin, like one of the first, like I don't know who has them, right, but like the first 10 Axies, like one of them or a few of them or even all 10 of them, they must stay OG. They must. There's got to be something left, you know what I mean? Like we gotta know the roots, right?
I was actually seeing this, like people were kind of talking about like now there's the vanilla Axies, right? Like I saw this discussion because, you know, we had floated a question, and I'm going to make this very clear. This was floating a question of like, would you want to be able to gift Coco to other Axies, right? Like, would you want to be able to give other Axies that other people own Coco? And some people said no, because if I have a vanilla untouched Axie that has never earned AXP, maybe I want to keep it that way. And some people like actually are like attached to that concept of like they've never played with this Axie. It's like it's a vanilla Axie. So it's kind of cool, right? Like if some people are like, no, I need like every single part evolved. I need max AXP earnings. And then some people are like, I want none of it. I don't want to touch it. This Axie is pristine. It is museum quality.
It's like getting a brand new toy and never taking it out of the box, because the second you take it out of the box, it starts to lose its value. It's no longer a collector's item. Now it's just an eBay thing.
Right? We've got Axies being kept in their original packaging, which I think is really cool. And I don't know. I think like I like seeing all the different ways that people are like strategizing how they're gonna do it. Because I had one person who had like a slideshow made of like, you know, his Axie in classic art and Origins art with the upgrade, or like halfway upgraded and then fully upgraded. It's like this is the image of all the versions, but he wants to see it strictly as that like original Axie.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many different, but like it's a form of expression as well, you know, and that's the cool thing about it, is that, you know, we actually have real ownership over these partners, over these pets, over these creatures, and we ultimately decide the path that they go down and that they take. You know, don't like Goda, don't fucking update it. You know, chill out, bro. And then when you see part 3, maybe you shit your pants and you can't afford it because now it might be a bit more expensive. All right. But talking about some Axies that you might want to not play with in the arena because God help them, there is no way. Because I'll be honest, some Axies card combinations are utter dog. Right? Project T had an update today. Finn, I'm going to share the post. Do you know anything more about that?
Yeah. So obviously, like Project T is kind of, you know, it's still in early access, right? So we're kind of iterating and making adjustments over time. So, you know, we release updates not at a crazy pace, but I think at a really cool pace. And if those are playing, that's interesting. So, yeah, we made it so evolved parts are visible in game, which is like a pretty big one, right? So now you can run around with your evolved Axies in game. There's also a few new inventory types and materials, which we listed out. So there's new things to collect. There's new ways to track what you've collected. And we're kind of just continuing to build out the little bit of internal ecosystem that Project T has. Yeah, I mean, I hope everyone's played it, and I hope everyone's at least been able to try it. And if you haven't, and there's something holding you up from playing, and if that something is just you don't have enough Axies to play, like let me know. I'll send you an Axie or two so you can play. Because I think everyone should give it a shot. Yeah, little updates, little bits at a time, but
One step at a time. It's nice.
one
It's
step
nice.
at a time. That's
wood.
it.
You can collect wood in
Mhm.
Project T. I'm not trying to go anywhere funky with that. I know we probably could.
You sure?
But who remembers the image in the new trailer? And what are a lot of those people figurines in that image bringing towards a tier? Because I vividly remember there were some of them were carrying wood. They were carrying literal trunks on the head in the image. Like if you can see me on stream right now, like they was walking towards a tier like this, holding wood above their head, and it looks like the symbol that you've used in this announcement. I'll be real. So how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? This is the second show in a row that I've fucking said that phrase, but I need to know, bro, because yo,
I can't tell you everything. I can't. I wish I could. I wish it was up to me.
But there's so much behind the lore still. Like, don't get twisted. We've been given so much, right? That trailer was fucking phenomenal. It literally gave me goosebumps. And like, the only thing that's ever made me kind of feel that way was when they would like launch an entire new Pokemon game, right? And it matched that. It exceeded that, because then I was able to go and act upon that and actually change things that I owned and have a lot of love for right there and then. So like that whole event was fucking, it was beautiful.
I'm
sick.
upgrading Evolving Apart right now.
You're about it. But like, there's so much more. There's so much more, bro. I don't know. I can't wait. I don't know how you lot do it, man. Even G-Host.
What?
Yeah, Nick.
I saw you unmute for a second. What were you gonna say?
Well, I just want to say, right, Gila, like the things that you think about in terms of the lore, share it, like, bro, like if you have crazy ideas like that, like tweet about it, like tag Axie Infinity, like just put your theories out into the open, right? Like I think that's the beauty of the story of the Axie lore. Like it is being developed, and there's a story and rhyme and reason behind everything, but not all of them are revealed just yet. So like you could like throw your ideas out there, and like maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but it's okay. Like it's actually part of lore building as well. Even if your idea or even if your theory isn't correct, like the fact that you contributed into thinking of something around it, that is part of the process as well. So I highly encourage you and like everyone else who's listening, if you have like all these ideas about the Axie lore, just make it known, like share it, tag Axie, tag team members, like go crazy and help create that story and put it out there in the open.
100%. It is the time, bro. Every show this whole month, I've said at some point, it is the most fruitful time for you to actually say, fuck it, I'm going content creator mode. And like, it doesn't mean you have to be, every single day post a video and I am a piece of shit if I don't post. Like, it just means start. It just means begin. It could be the smallest thing. And we're seeing, people be creative and make new types of posts. And I'm here for it. These guys are from the community. You see them popping up. You see them evolving, literally getting better with spreading information. And it's noticed. Don't think it's unnoticed. People in this community see it. I support it wholeheartedly when I see things like that. So, and cream rises to the top, man. So you never know your first attempt. It could be pretty cream-like. You never know. Just to reiterate, as we come over an hour and a half, we already shared the Moku secret code. I actually found out you don't have to wait until tomorrow. The secret code is indeed live right now. So if you needed some points, you wanted to go get some more gacha rolls, it is live, and that code is AGG. All right. So if you just joined us, you'll hear it there again. But if you already had it and you were waiting until tomorrow to actually give a shit about it, load up Moku right now, and you should be able to find that quest. So, we are bullish.
I'm live rolling.
Live roll a gotcha for us, and let us know. Let us know what you got on the other end. I got a few bookmarks to get through as well. The Exodia one was funny. Love that. A creator that we've seen come into the space of Axie and really rise to the top recently. over the last 2 months or so is Burnt Coffee. Huge shout out to her. She's an amazing artist. Look at this one. We're gonna share it to the space. Let me know.
It's cool. Here I'll give you the little early leak, but those GIFs will all be available on Giphy within the next like 12 hours or so.
Oh, let's go. Yes. We love that.
Yeah,
We've been asking,
so-
people have been asking for that as well. So that's huge that we stepped up and done it.
Yep. So we've added them to Giphy. They'll be part of a community Axie Giphy account. So any community made GIFs will all go under there and will be available and accessible. So we've linked it up to the main Axie account so that it's like a we're the parent account of the community account. And so yeah, you'll be able to like search and use those GIFs. So as soon as that's live, I'll let people know. And then you'll be able to use all of the GIFs. There's a ton. There's also ones that you haven't seen yet. And there's ones that get made on a regular basis. Burnt Coffee's amazing. We work pretty closely with them to get some awesome stuff made. So
But will
huge shout out.
Will something ever top the super hot fire?
No.
That's
I
the
don't think
that's
so.
the pinnacle.
I think the only thing that came close was the poker game with slips that they posted for Parts Evolution. But no, I don't think anything will ever top that. And I think I use that GIF more than any other one.
It's dope.
It's actually my favorite IRL GIF. Like I use that like randomly, and I'm so happy there's an Axie version.
Yeah, it's the culture, man. We're gonna literally eventually there'll be an Axie GIF for every GIF you ever knew, and people are gonna be like, "Wait, I know this," and then see these creatures, and the IP is gonna be ingrained into their brains until we fucking take over the world. All right. Talk about takeover. There has been a new entrant to. I don't know why sometimes I don't finish words off. It actually happens. Entrance to Mystic Mountain. Shout out to Cyberkongs, their validator, their node itself was recording everyone that was delegating above a certain amount. They gave away a ton of Origin Axies and 2 Mystics. One of those Mystic receivers, D2O Maker Studios, Trung Triple M. Hopefully it isn't Trung's burner, but shout out to him. More Mystics are coming into the community. It's literally an abundant period of time. I know not everybody is going to be able to get a Mystic. That's just facts. It's a limited supply, is what it is. We heard about AOC tokens coming back, so maybe some holders, they might give out some AOC tokens. Can we get more AOC tokens, or is that like finite supply? That's done. That's like a genuine question. I don't know, Nix, if you know that.
It exists. There's still some AOC tokens, to be honest, and it hasn't been. There hasn't been plans yet on like how that goes out, but that's
a thing,
a weapon, or that's another quiver that we have, to be honest.
And personally, mate, for me, a Mystic with a high ID, for me, because I was not around in the beginning, would be even more special for me, personally.
Right.
So these are things that they're going to exist, they're going to be around, but you're not going to be part of it if you're not part of it. Yeah, you gotta take part in these things. So continue to be active. I think we can sunset Thursday's Ronin Radio. We went through Moku and Zoids quest at the beginning. Big shout out to Vigo for being here. Absolutely love having conversations with my man himself. It's a good time, but ACT games, absolute bullish case. If you want to talk about something on Ronin that not a lot of people know about, that is definitely one of those. People are not prepared for what's going to happen when those casual games really start picking up numbers and people realize that they are contributing towards Ronin. So that's a huge talking point. Itself, AGG is going to be active pretty soon. We heard that. We just got to wait for some transactions over from mainnet to Ronin, and then we should be good to go on that front. Zoids has some things happening right now. Ryan, do you want to give us the details on that again for a second time? Because I'm, like I said, amnesia brain over here.
Right. So there's 4 different events. Each one is slightly different. They all revolve around getting extra cards for the purchases in app, if I'm not mistaken. I think a few of them are slightly different actually. Let me read through those. So we have Luck of the Deluxe Pack. When you open a special card, you get. I'm sorry. So when you buy a deluxe pack, until the 25th, right? You'll be getting a special card, which is a guaranteed 3 or 4 stars. So that is huge to help you out if you are first starting in. Those 3 stars can be super powerful. Then the second event, commanders who are ranked iron or higher after completing all seasonal placement matches within the period. So that would be your 8 matches to place to get your ranking. And that is also until the 25th. The rewards for that are chipped materials, material kits, 2 packs, and 5 single star cards. Then additional single packs through the season pass as well. That's the third event, and the fourth event are chances to earn bonus packs as well from purchasing standard or deluxe packs between November 8th and again the 25th. So a lot of extra product is getting pushed out here as long as you're in during this early period.
Yeah, 100%. It's a time to get active. And of course, Moku quests go live from what Vigo said was 10 p.m., 2200 UTC on the 22nd of December, which is tomorrow for me. And yeah, if there are any changes on that front, I'm sure we'll hear directly from Moku. Hantout is in the audience, so if you do want to come up and just absolutely confirm that for us, then be my guest. But it's been a fun time. Shout out to Nix for being here on his vacation. But my God, yo, I don't blame you, bro, of not wanting to, like, even though you're on vacation right now, like, still being tapped in, still being plugged in, because there is so many exciting things happening. There's so much going on.
The craziest thing is, like, even when I'm on vacation, like, I'm still working anyway, so all good and happy to come out and support the
Vacation is
freaking
just when we get to turn off Slack notifications next. It's like we get to like sort of mute things, but not really.
But you have to go back and like catch up on them anyway.
Yeah, like it's funny because every single time I've taken time off, and I don't do this very often, I like want to check Slack, not because I want to do work, but because I want to keep up to date with things, because I'm like genuinely interested in like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, same. Like, the craziest thing is, like, for me, like, I don't really take vacations, to be honest. Like, a vacation to me is like I'm just like in a different place, but I'm still doing the same things. Like I still bring my laptop, like, even when I'm on like freaking trains, just in case. So, like, I'm still ready, to tag back in. And yeah, I mean, that's just how hard we work, and that's how we're gonna destroy everyone.
Dominance. For real. Oh, there was one thing that I actually missed here. Oh God. There's one thing I actually missed here.
Nick's tapes on that Sigma mindset, dude.
Yes, sir.
Getting active.
Slit people's throats. That's what Tiho said.
Yeah, keep saying blades are rusted with the blood of our enemies is what is opened up.
Of your enemies.
Is opened up 2 or 3 live events with that statement. So he's pretty adamant, pretty bloody adamant on that front. What this governance, Hellscream tweeted it. Let me find it right now. I want to know what this is, and I know a lot of other people are probably going to be asking the same questions. We also got Hantal ready to come and confirm the start of the Moku quests for Zoids Wild Arena. How you doing, bro? GM, I know it's early as hell for you right now. Appreciate you being here.
Yo, what's up, GM, everybody? Nix actually doesn't go on vacation. He doesn't get time off. He just works 24/7. So, but Moku's Zoids will be starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern time tomorrow.
Dope. Oh, that's earlier than Vigo said. Okay, yeah, that's dope. That's nice to know. Not so long to wait. Roughly 24 hours from now. Roughly. And a little longer. But yeah, that's coming around the corner. I said earlier in the show, if you've not played Zoids yet, it's probably going to be advantageous to go and get some reps in today over the next 24 hours, so that when the Moku quests come out, you might just be confirming and verifying, right? You don't have to go, oh, this is what I need to go do now, and then go do it. Of course, if you don't have time, you don't have time. It is what it is. But yeah, if you have not tried Zoids Wild Arena out as of yet, now is that time. I'm going to get some rewards in for you tomorrow. And of course, Ryan let you know there is an event happening right now. Just looking at the Mavis market, if that event pulls you a 4-star card of any kind, whether it's a skill card or an actual Zoid itself, you can literally put it on the market for about 40 run, which is what, like 60 something bucks. So
Dude, if it's a high power discharge, that's a couple $100 right there.
there you go.
Like it can vary. I mean, that's a low ball right there. $40 for a 4-star.
That's what I mean, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, bare minimum, worst case scenario, like you pull a 4-star card, you spend like $20, you're already nice anyway. So get it going, get it active. Oh man, we've been here for.
Make sure to join the Discord for Zoids Wild Arena. You can find it. You can find a link on their Twitter. There's always active people there who are willing to answer questions and help out new players. It's a great environment, and you'll also get the link to all of their events that are happening until the 25th there as well.
Word. Yeah, we active. You know what? I'm just so happy that I don't have to deal with gas fees, stresses every day. And that's why Ronin is dominant. All right, listen, lads and ladies, it's been fun. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. If you only just got here, you only just started tuning in, you missed all the fun. Is what it is. We're back on Tuesday. No, we're not, actually. That's the announcement I needed to make. Tuesday is Boxing Day. I'll go see my family. For some fucking reason, part of my family decides to live in the countryside, and it is a place called Shrewsbury. And let me tell you, internet connection, it hasn't got there yet. It hasn't arrived. It doesn't exist. It does, obviously, but it's very, very fucking bad. I'm not fancying running an X space that most likely will rug, and I won't have my setup anyway, so it is what it is. We are not here next Tuesday. It's the first Ronin Radio we will have not put on. I know we didn't do 2 shows a week, but it's the first one that I'm actually cancelling all year. So yeah, 45 weeks of Ronin Radio is false because we added 2 in there, but it's the first one we're canceling. Yeah,
Gila, I have a suggestion.
Suggest away.
If you're open to it, right? Like, what time will the Tuesday one be? Like, if it was not canceled,
it's a 5 p.m. UTC.
right? What if 5 p.m. UTC, you just start a Twitter thread, right? Like Ronin Radio, like unplugged. Ronin Radio.
And everyone just responds. We just have a string of conversation.
We'll all just reply on that thread and like act as if we're like super OG radio.
Like we go flashback to 2000 dead on, and we didn't have communication.
The
I don't know,
1920s, 1940s.
I was gonna say, I went too high on the time frame here, bro. I'm spacing out, bro. I'm actually sleep deprived, bro. If you don't understand, I've been tirelessly researching, finding certain methods to get this AXP pumping, making videos, putting together these episodes for you lot to tune in, attending other spaces. I've literally had 2-hour naps for the last 3 days, and I can't sleep. So yeah, I'm probably gonna actually get some sleep later today. But I appreciate you lot for coming through. It's been a good episode. We got some good details out there. Again, shout out to Vigo for being here and Zoids Wild Arena. Huge shout out to Moku for putting on these quests for you guys, bro. If you're not taking advantage of them, I don't know, bro, because this is Web3, and if you get free stuff, like that's what you're here for, right? Mostly, not mostly, but like go and take advantage of it, make it happen. So huge thanks to Moku for putting that on, and also shout out to Sky Mavis, the whole fucking team. You know what it is. Axie Evolutions, it is that thing. It's that guy. It's just that. It's like that. Get to know and this is the time to become a creator. All right. Oh, Vigo's requesting again. Well, why are you doing this to me? Why does this happen? Why does this happen every time I want to go? Something interesting starts to happen again. Vigo's back on the stage. What do you have for us, bro? Vigo? Wait, hold up. Welcome to the Ronin answer phone. The person you're trying to contact is busy creating the world's greatest gaming blockchain. Please leave your message after the tone. Hello? Oh, you're right there. Yeah, I'm just calling to. I wanted to leave a review. Yeah, I was having a really hard time using Web3 elsewhere. I lost a lot of money with gas fees and failed transactions, and to be fair, you know, I just wanted to leave you a message and say that you keep saying you'll be the king of the gaming blockchains. Not that it matters that I say this, but I think you guys are right. Thank you. Thanks for bringing such great games, and please, just change Coda. Just please. I can't look at it. I can't do it anymore. Please, Masamune. I don't know what I have to do, mate, but please, just. Oh. Okay, I'll wait till stage 3. All right, sorry, I'm just having a bit of a mental breakdown. So I thought I'd leave you a message. Thanks. All right. Ta-ra. Bye-bye.
What if
All right, now...
did it on purpose?
He did. Bro, okay, now here's the fact. Here's the facts and theory. Goda, right, is a mouth part, right? And in all card art for Goda, it's been in ways Goda shouting or on the one point it was singing on a stage, right? The closest word to Goda is goad. To goad somebody is to antagonize them, it's to provoke them, it's to deliberately annoy, to spur a reaction. Maybe the card Goda is goading you into this reaction, and at stage 3, boom! Maybe, just maybe. But Vigo's back on stage anyway. I tried to fill the air for him to be accustomed and here and with us and present. So hopefully he is right now. Vigo requested back to come on the stage. What did you have for us, bro? What was so important that you had to come back onto the stage again today? And I'm glad that you are here because we were saying goodbyes. And if it is just to say goodbye, I'm okay with that too, bro. But Vigo, let's go.
Just to say goodbye, and then sorry for making a mistake on the Moku lunchtime. So
no problems.
I was reading the UTC into the Eastern, so my bad.
All good. Vigo, you do no wrong in my eyes, brother. No wrong. All right, that's it. Anticlimactic, but we're ending the show. Shout out to everyone that came through. Big shout out to Phin and Nix, especially because he's on vacation, but he's out here hustling and working. I'm just going to tell you this right now. 2024, you're going to need new pants. It's real as fuck. You're going to shit yourself. It's crazy. Web3 gaming is the way, but on Solana, I'm sorry, Phin, it's not the way. All right, king of the gaming blockchains. Shout out to Hantal and the rest of the Moku team. Ryan, I appreciate you all the way to the fucking death, bro. You are one of the reasons I became so passionate about this IP. I love you. All right, on that note, we are rugging the space. I love you, and I'll leave you. See ya. Not next week, Tuesday. I will literally see you in 2024. Oh my God. I will see you next year. I get to do the joke before New Year Eve. Whoever tells you that joke on New Year's Eve is a cunt. Anyway, that's it. Bye. Stream. You're still here with me. I don't know what the I don't know what the skit was, the whole phone call thing. Yeah, just took me to an emotional place. All right. But I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you for tuning into the Ronin Radio. I hope you enjoyed it. We're back in January 2024 on the 2nd, I believe it is. And yeah, we'll get active again then. Over the course of that week, I'm gonna be playing some Aperion for sure. I'm going to play some of that because I need to beat that boss, bro. I actually need to beat that boss. And then I will also be playing some Zoids, get these cards in. What else are we going to be doing? Pardon me. What else am I going to be doing? Well, I'm going to be leveling up my Axie. I need a 2-part evolved Mystic by Christmas. That is fact. I'm level 15, so I'm going to go check out Zio's guide. That needs to happen. And yeah. That's about it. I'm also prepping to go to the Philippines, so I got to get that shit done. It's Christmas though, so it's like kind of sitting around bullshitting about it, but I should be doing it. And also lots of videos. We're making lots of videos. I'm going to make like 5 videos today in terms of recording them, but then they're going to get edited and I'll post them over the week. So keep your eyes out. Thank you. I've got fuck all else to say. I'm tired. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm tired now. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the new year. Peace out, motherfucker.